right. So having touched on it, let's just go a little bit deeper into some of these cases. How long do these kind of cases usually take?
So the wrongful death cases can take a little longer because probate work needs to be done in some way, shape, or form to have the estate set up. So whether there's a will or there isn't, you still have to go through what's called surrogates court here in New York State and have the estate established. A lot of firms actually outsource that work to firms that do that routinely. I've never done that. I've actually always done the in-house work for that because it just keeps it online, it keeps it on track, and obviously keeps it easier for the clients to manage as well. If you have a will, it usually goes quicker because the will obviously conveys the wishes and the intentions of the deceased, and obviously picks who the person should be. I've never personally had, contests between family members as to who or who should not be the executor. Usually whoever is nominated is the person that's going to be appointed. Occasionally, though, there might be someone who's named executor and they're just too infirm or they're too old. So maybe it falls to an alternate executor. But again, that's the beauty of the will. It has the roadmap built in for everyone to follow. And very rarely will there be objections. When someone dies without a will and they're not married, then it can be a little more of a free-for-all. If there's multiple surviving adult children, or even if there are surviving adult children, but maybe there's a sibling that's adamant about being heard on the subject, those things ultimately will fall to a judge to decide who's going to be best situated. And the process about having a estate set up can be involved. There are opportunities for people to come to court and to voice their concerns and make their arguments as to why or why not this person should or should not be the administrator. But thankfully, I've always been able to navigate that pretty successfully without much fuss. I've had some very unusual situations, which I really shouldn't comment on because they were so unique. They might give, it might permit people to identify the cases, but normally it can go quickly, but without a will, it can take longer. That adds life to the case because you can't start the case until you have the estate set up. Okay. So having the estate set up could take weeks or months or longer, depending on how far and wide you need to notify surviving family members of what's happening.